Hi everyone. Welcome to the first day of 30 Days of React. And I've got here Dolly Jain, and she's awesome. I'll just let her explain who she is and give a quick intro. Go on, Dolly.
So, hello everyone. Thank you so much, Praveen, for having me here. And I am Dolly, and I have been working in open source community for a few days.
Wow.
And I have become an open source enthusiast, and I love contributing to open source as well. So I feel that like when I started with open source, I got to know so many new techs which are there, and I feel that if I learn a lot of them, it will be helpful in my career as well. And today we are here to talk about React, and myself and Praveen are very excited to have you guys here and take you further through this. Over
Thanks,
to you.
Dolly. Thanks for telling me and everyone about yourself, and that's actually awesome because getting into open source community at this point is going to be life changing and game changing kind of things, and it's cool. And oh wow, there are lots of comments coming in as well, so I'll try to keep the I'll try to answer the questions at the end, but yeah, let's look out for comments as well. Thanks for coming in. Okay, so today, what are we gonna do? So Dolly, do you have any idea about React?
Not much, but then
Okay.
I just know that it's a JavaScript framework, and it was by Facebook, and Facebook is using React, has used React. So yeah, not much regarding React that I know.
It's not a framework, by the way, and it's actually a library. Right. So React uses something totally new here. So it is called something called as JSX. And when I first heard about it, I was like, wait, what? You're going to use JavaScript, and then you put a comma, and then you need to put an XML or HTML inside it. Wait, that's completely wrong in different levels. But later on, I thought, okay, that seems to make some sense. It is actually easy, and that was nice. Let's get into the React's, the homepage, and let's have a quick look at what exactly is this. And I'm just gonna share my screen. Cool. I hope can everyone in the comment section? Oops, this side. Okay. Can everyone in the comments say if you are able to see my screen?
Yes, they can see it. We are
Okay.
coming.
Got it. Super. Thanks. Okay. Thank you, folks. Okay. Now, the first thing what we are going to do is this is the reactjs.org. This is the official React website. And Dolly, it is actually JavaScript library. So we are going to see what exactly is this JSX about. And we will also try out a couple of JSX on our in front of our stuff. And Dolly, you have to guide me with anything. And okay, yeah. Do you have any questions, Dolly, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay,
I want
go
to
on.
know why Facebook used React and not any other framework or library.
Are you serious? Who created React? You said
Yeah,
that.
Facebook. Yeah.
Then why should they use Angular or Vue, which is created by Google or someone else? No, apart from this, it has a really a good story. Thanks for asking it. I'm sorry, I just
It was
pulled your leg.
such a stupid question that I asked, but I wanted to know.
But seriously, everyone, this is something for everyone to know. Even you feel if it is a stupid question, just ask it out, because you have the question in you, and you should never be hesitated to ask any questions like this. And Dolly, I really appreciate you for asking this question, because this is really a good question. The reason why I say this is, when I first met the couple of teams in Facebook at the Facebook London HQ, JSX was already in place. They have been using it very extensively in their in their local applications. Facebook has been doing a lot of things in, they have been doing a lot of stuff here and locally, and all their internal applications uses this particular concept called as JSX. And later on, what they decided was, why don't we do it why don't we make it public for others, make it open source, so that we can get more input. See, everyone is selfish in that way. I'm not saying Facebook is selfish, but there is one good reason. So number one, Facebook has done a lot of things for this community by creating something called React. And not only that, uh, React is going to help you in building like component based applications. And that is actually, uh, how do I say, it's really friendly. It's easier. So initially I thought I had a hatred towards React, but later on going forward, I felt okay, this is really nice. It's easier to build components. And one more thing is, when you're putting anything in the open source community, it's gonna help a lot of people. And that's exactly what Facebook did, or anyone in this area would have done that. So technically React is Facebook's baby, and they just released it out of their home to everyone else. It is not something that after releasing it they started using it. It was something they were using it for so long, and they wanted us also to use it. Simple. Does that answer your question?
Thanks for answering my stupid question there.
It's, again, I say, it is not a stupid question. It's a seriously nice question. Thank you so much for asking this. Okay, cool. Now let's get on back. Like, what exactly is this JSX? Okay, so before starting, there are a lot of people who have no clue what React is. Okay, so how many of you do not know what React is? Please add your comments. Say yes or no, I don't know React, or yes, I'm new to React, or something like that. Let's see how many comments are coming up. Hey Dolly, you take care of the comments, okay?
Yeah.
I'll take care of the content.
I have quite of them along with me, not knowing React.
Great. So what I'm gonna say is, Dolly, you go ahead and answer the comments. At the same time, I'll also answer something when I'm getting time. Like right now, I'll just go check out YouTube and answer it as well. Okay, that's cool. So looking at what's happening, so it is actually a declarative thing, which means every single view can be like declared into like a named view or something like that. Component based. Okay, anyway, that's pure theoretical. Let's leave that. Component based. The main reason why React or Angular or any kind of single page applications came into limelight is, when you're working with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, there is no way you can use partials. So you have used a couple of websites where the header, footer, etc., they all stay the same, right? But did you ever think about like, don't repeat yourself, do just once and use it in many places? So that's what functions are for, right? In JavaScript, the same way CSS classes, they do the same thing as well. So that's exactly the concept, and React has built on top of it as a component based front-end application. By the way, it is completely a front-end library, and there is no backend in the React part. There is something called as React server-side rendering, that is purely backend, which I don't think we will cover here, but I'm not sure whether if we will be covering in the rest of 30 days. So today, at the moment, I have got a lot of blanks in my list of 30 days in React. So maybe in a later point of time, still we have got some episodes empty. So if you have a great idea, please comment. And I guess Dolly is doing another couple of sessions with us on this series, so don't miss her out as well. So cool. Okay, this is great. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm very excited for this journey. A lot of events are coming up,
and this is going to be awesome. Okay, so that is component based. Component based is like you write the component just once in a file, in any other file, in a new file, and then you will be using that component in all the places with a couple of changes in place, and that's it, which is cool. Then this is learn once, write anywhere. So this is something like it's their own way of doing things. So here's a basic way of what JSX is. So I know that a lot of people come from this Java background. For some reason, I hate Java, so sorry about that. I'm not a Java person. Oh, by the way, the latest version of React at the point of this, like right now, is 17.01, 17.0.1. And yeah, so React 16 is one of the stable versions. That's what I have been working like so long, like 2 months, for about 2 months. Before that, it was React 15. React is the only library. It keeps upgrading very fast, very rapidly. So watch out for changes as well. Okay, so this is a simple component. React has got three or couple of types of components, out of which the most common three types of components are: number one, class component; number two, functional component; and number three, pure component. We will forget about the pure component. Class component is something like this. It has like a render method, and it resembles a Java class architecture. And apart from that, it does have some constructors, states and props, etc. So states and props, we will think about it later, but let's look into the simple React components and what exactly this JSX is. So what I have done is I've got my development environment. Just give me a second. So here I'm using Code Sandbox, and this particular interface has got a simple React JS application. So if you go online and type in react.new, you will be able to open this particular page. Okay, you will be getting this one. And if you see the structure of React, you can clearly see that there are like a couple of files here. So there is an index.js file. This is the main file. So you have a source folder, src folder, and you have a public folder. The public folder has only a single file called index.html, and the src folder will have a couple of files. Okay, there should be a question in your mind. Are you planning to create all these files by yourself? Nah, I'm a lazy person, and there is something called as what do you call this? It's called Create React App, and that actually helps us to do everything. So it's actually a boilerplate which is going to help you with creating everything, and it has a simple quick start, etc. So I'll show you what exactly it does. So behold, this is Create React App. All you need to do is you just
we have a few chats out there in the YouTube live.
Yikes. Okay, YouTube I'll do one thing. Since we are very conscious. Okay, we are very conscious of keeping the time right under half an hour. So let me explain everything, and don't worry, folks. I'm gonna reply to every single comments right away, every single chat comments right away. Just give me a couple of minutes. I'll just finish it off, and then we are also open to some question and answer session as well. So I'm okay with that. Okay, great. Hey, thanks for asking this out, and just try to answer whatever you know. Okay, so here is it. This is Create React App. It is going to help you with starting with a React application. So in simple terms, what you need to do is, let me show you. You just need to use npx create react app, your app name. You just go into the app and do npm start on a local machine. This is going to do it. So there is also a small animation here. So you just need to create this one. I guess these people are using Yarn or something like that. Yes, this is Yarn. So it's going to link all the dependencies. It's going to do everything. And then immediately it just shows you just need to do Yarn, or like if you're using npm, it is going to be npm start. So it's the same thing, and up to you to use whether you want to use Yarn or you want to use npm. So npm, in my perspective, npm is better because npm has got a lot of stuff like, but Yarn is totally created by React and created for React by Facebook. So Yarn is like, Yarn and npm are like Coca-Cola and Pepsi. They are competitors. A lot of people have said Yarn is better, and it's like personal preference, as simple as that. So going back to our coding area, this is the first file that you will ever have, and it has a lot of JavaScript in it. So it starts with a strict mode. So we have a strict mode as a tag. So here, even in the starting page itself, we can see that there are some JSX. So what happens here is, whenever you are trying to execute some kind of like an expression, the expression can be a HTML component or HTML code. So this one here is a HTML, or in purest form of things, it is XML. So any valid XML inside a JavaScript file is now valid. This will not be considered as a less than symbol or something like that. It is completely valid. So first what it happens is in the index.js file, you import something from React and you import React DOM from React DOM. So React is the library. React DOM is the one which is going to help you run the React, the virtual DOM on your browser. So we are importing this app from here, and then we are trying to find a root element, which is document.getElement by ID root. That is given in this index.html. So if you see here, there is a div ID equal to root. So what happens here is this element is going to be attached here. It has been taken from this. This is the only DOM access that we are going to do. No more DOM accesses we are going to do. And we got the root element here. And here we are using the React DOM.render. And we are doing a strict mode rendering. And inside the strict mode, we have app. We just use the same thing as app, like a tag. And then in the second parameter, we are doing the rendering to the root element. You don't need to do any of these things. Everything will be done by create React app. Now let's go into the app.js. What do you need to do? If you're using the latest version of React, that is 17.0.1, you don't need to import React at all. So this is a simple functional component. So we were looking at the class components so far, right? So how does a class component look like? It is there in the React JavaScript library. So it is here. So what I'm going to do here is, so do you remember what I wrote there? I'm just going to copy and paste it here. Okay. So I'll just copy this one. And then let me open this. And let's have this one pasted. Okay. Now the moment, oh, I can't save it here. Okay. Let me press enter. Couple of enters. Hey Dolly, is everything all right? All clear? Others, just ask me any question if you have anything.
It's going awesome till now.
I'm screwing up everything actually. Right. So we've got this. Ow. Why am I not able to like make it look white? Okay, fine, superb. So we've got this. Here you go. This looks like it is crazily changed into a lot of things. So we have got hello from Praveen Kumar and Dolly Jain. So hey. So it is the same thing. So I'm just gonna copy this whole thing. Class hello message. So only thing I need to do is I need to change this into class app. So that's exactly is what is happening here. So if I change it to app, and then if I do app here, it's gonna show the same thing. So you can see that inside the return function, you can return any kind of expressions. So instead of returning any expressions, I'm actually returning a variable, like returning a HTML content. So that's exactly the JSX is all about. And these things are called props. In HTML, we used to say as attributes, and in React, we are saying as props. Any questions, specific questions? Please write it in your comments. Let's start answering them. Dolly, do you have any specific questions?
Yeah, I have a question like how is JSX transformed into JS?
Okay, so that is what the React library does. That is the main function of the React library. So what happens is there is something called as transpilation that's going to happen after this.
Okay.
So you give this particular whole JSX here, including this is also a JSX because I assume that there is a JavaScript and XML here. So it is a JSX. The moment you uncheck this one, look at what exactly has happened. So this is the original JavaScript. Even in JavaScript, you can use class, app, extends, etc. The modern JavaScript will accept it. This is actually a great question. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this whole thing. I want to show you how this gets transpiled into the other stuff.
Yeah.
It is called as Babel.js. Babel.js is one of the common transpilers that's been used. Let me try to find which would be the best compiler. Okay, cool. Now, if you see this particular application is babeljs.org, and this has a lot of stages. So you have React, you have TypeScript, you have stages, different stages of JavaScript, and you can also, the good part is you can even see the timelines, make sure that if you are using IE or not, those kind of things are also available. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste this one. Look at this. It still shows class app extends react.component, and no, I don't want that. Let me use the time travel as well, and let's try using stage 1. Not stage 1, maybe stage 0. No, not stage 0. What are all the environment presets that we are using? Okay, this is fine. We need to go still back in time, so I want to see the ES5 stuff. Just trying to find out if there is anywhere I can add it. Let's do stage 3, stage. Okay, let me get rid of React. Okay, React is not, I mean, React is needed for Babel to do it. Oh my god, I guess I'm losing this one. So we'll just get rid of this node IE11. Oh, there you go. So this works with everything. Do you see anywhere if there is anything called as class here? Class. Anything? There should be none, because class is a modern kind of a thing and you won't be able to see this. So what happened is, this is the original one. Okay, so this is the plugin that is being used, this transform react JSX. So now this has become like it is not something that is related to JSX. Okay, so from this as a JSX part, now it is no more JSX, I believe. Then it needs to do some kind of a transform destructuring. So once this destructuring is done, I don't see any difference between this and this. Then the next second, it is doing the proposal function bind. Then it keeps doing a lot of different changes here. I don't know what exactly it does. Okay, so here it is also still returning the JSX as whole. So if you see this, in this part, it is still returning the JSX, but there are no arrow functions here anymore. Then now we have like some pure kind of a thing. Then again, another thing is also pure. Oh, okay, look at this. So the H1 is converted into a pure function, a function. And this one is also getting converted using react.createElement. Then again, our main thing is also getting converted into react.createElement. And now here at the end, last line, we have React DOM. That as well gets converted into react.createElement. Okay, so this gets converted into react.createElement. Then the 8th stuff, I guess it is somewhere happening there in the top. We are using strict in this one. Then once strict is used, I don't know what exactly it does. It doesn't do much differences. Then between these two things, it's a function bind. So it's another proposal. I believe all these functions are getting bound. Okay. After this, I have like literally no clue what's happening here. So look at these things. It is going to do like underscore type of obj and something like that. It is going crazy here after this. Then finally, at this point of time, you'll be able to work this out on Internet Explorer. It's a pure JavaScript function right now. Was that clear? That's how this particular simple JSX gets converted into this complex JavaScript.
Yay, awesome explanation that I got. Thank you.
Thanks for asking that question, and thanks to everyone who asked that question. Cool. I guess, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to show today, and that is about the JSX. So what did you all feel? So just let me know, and I'm gonna answer every single comment right now, and I'll give the replies. And I hope it was a nice experience learning something new. And woohoo! thanks a lot, Dolly, for coming in as well. And do you want to say anything else before we hang up?
Yeah, that I am like very eager now after getting this just a glimpse of what React is, because it's so simple. I found that we don't need to code much, and it's a lot easier also to do coding in React. So I feel, yeah, it's very simple and easy.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you. And don't forget, folks, we have multiple things that is coming in this 30 days, and Dolly is going to be a part of building a game as well, and also other things as well, Dolly, right? So let's see how it's going to go. And thanks everyone, and we will be meeting tomorrow in the day 2 with Pooja, I guess. So let's say a bye.
Bye bye.
See ya.